You know, sometimes the most amazing ideas pop up in the most unexpected places. We're about to dive into a source that is a perfect example of this. It's this wild collection of innovations tackling everything from like life or death rescues to the misery of your daily commute. But the real mystery, it all comes from the exact same place.
Okay, so what on earth do cave rescues and traffic jams have in common? I mean, seriously, think about it. One is this rare, incredibly high-stakes emergency, and the other is just a part of everyday life for so many of us. They feel like they belong in totally different worlds.
Well, here's the wild part. They are both part of this huge, sprawling collection of ideas, all from a single online source, Wickilogic.com. And figuring out how one single source can possibly contain all of this, well, that's what this whole explainer is about.
All right, so let's start with Section 1, which is perfectly named A Flood of Ideas. We're going to try and unpack this portfolio.
I mean, just look at this list. You've got 3D landform modeling, next to traffic flow systems, then health and medical ideas, drone applications, planning tools, even mechanical equipment. How does any of this fit together? It really feels like a random grab bag from a dozen different inventors. But nope, all from one source.
Okay, but maybe this is the clue we're looking for. The site's tagline is "Today's innovations, tomorrow's solutions." That seems to be the philosophy driving all this. It's not about being an expert in just one thing. It's about just generating ideas, throwing them out there, hoping they'll become the solutions we need tomorrow. So when you start looking through this flood, you actually start to see some patterns. And the first big one is all about crisis and rescue. We're talking about creative solutions for those really critical moments.
And the common thread here? It's pretty clear. It's a laser focus on solving urgent, real-world problems. These aren't just abstract what-ifs. They feel like they were born out of someone asking, okay, what do we do when everything goes sideways?
And you can see just how direct that thinking is. Look at this. The problem? People are trapped underground. The solution? Bam! A cave rescue capsule. Uncontrolled fires? Here, have some fire ejector technology. It's this super practical mindset, right? For every specific danger, there's a specific tool designed for.
But okay, it's not all about those immediate, heart-pounding disasters. The next major theme we see is about playing the long game. It's this collection of blueprints for a better planet, focusing on big environmental and urban systems.
And we can break that down a bit. Let's start with our environment. These are ideas that take on the massive, big-picture challenges that affect all of us.
So you get these big concepts: forest reclamation, a way to contain oil spills, new ideas for alternative energy. And what's interesting to me is that it seems to be doing two things at once, trying to fix the damage we've already done while also building a cleaner future. It's both reactive and proactive. All right, so from the whole planet, we zoom in right into our cities, where most of us actually live. And yep, there's a whole other set of innovations here, all about making our sometimes chaotic urban lives run a little smoother.
And hey, this brings us full circle, back to traffic jams, right? There's the go-to-go system, designed to moderate traffic, and ideas for managing water. These are all about tackling those huge, complex systems we all depend on, but probably don't think about until, they stop working.
Okay, so we've seen crisis response, we've seen planetary solutions. Let's pull back for the big picture. What does this whole collection really tell us about innovation?
14. Just let that number sink in. 14. That's how many distinct categories all these ideas are sorted into. And every single one of them, from the cave capsule to the traffic planner, comes from this one single source. I mean, the sheer scope is just wow.
And that brings us to a really cool idea. Maybe Wickilogic isn't just a name on a website. Maybe it's a whole philosophy, right? It's this mindset of applying really broad, creative thinking to solve any problem, no matter how big or small or what field it's in.
And that right there might be the most crucial point of this whole thing. Real, true innovation, it doesn't stay in one lane. The best ideas might just come from someone who's willing to look at a problem in caving and then a problem in traffic and see them both as just puzzles that need a clever solution. This whole collection is like a testament to what can happen when you tear down those walls between different fields.
You know, if this collection proves one thing, It's that a great idea can spark from anywhere and be used for anything. And that really gets you thinking, doesn't it? What problem right around you, maybe big, maybe small, is just sitting there waiting for its big idea?